Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Merits of Knowledge.
Platypus. Scientific name, Ornithorhynchus anatinus. Type, mammals. Diet, carnivore. Size, head and body, 15 inches, tail, 5 inches. Weight, 3 pounds. Size relative to a 6 feet man, the platypus is a remarkable mammal found only in Australia. The platypus is among nature's most unlikely animals. In fact, the first scientists to examine a specimen believed they were the victims of a hoax. The animal is best described as a hodgepodge of more familiar species, the duckbill and webbed feet, beaver tail, and otter body and fur. Males are also venomous. They have sharp stingers on the heels of their rear feet and can use them to deliver a strong toxic blow to any foe. They have thick brown waterproof fur. They are mostly nocturnal, can be seen before dark or early in the morning. They live for about 12 years. Platypuses in the water. While the platypus generally inhabits freshwater rivers, wetlands, and billabongs down under, it is also known to venture into brackish estuaries, the combined fresh and saltwater areas where rivers meet the sea. Platypuses hunt underwater, where they swim gracefully by paddling with their front webbed feet and steering with their hind feet and beaver-like tail. Folds of skin cover their eyes and ears to prevent water from entering, and the nostrils close with a watertight seal. In this posture, a platypus can remain submerged for a minute or two and employ its sensitive bill to find food. The platypus is a bottom feeder that uses its beaver-like tail to steer and its webbed feet to propel itself through the water while hunting for insects, shellfish, and worms. They scoop up insects and larvae, shellfish, and worms in their bill along with bits of gravel and mud from the bottom. All this material is stored in beak pouches and, at the surface, mashed for consumption. Platypuses do not have teeth, so the bits of gravel help them to chew their meal. The watertight nostrils on its bill remain sealed so that the animal can stay submerged for up to 2 minutes as it forages for food. The bill also comes equipped with specialized nerve endings, called electroreceptors, which detect tiny electrical currents generated by the muscular contractions of prey. It has no teeth, so the platypus stores its catch in its cheek pouches, returns to the surface, mashes up its meal with the help of gravel bits hoovered up en route, then swallows it all down. Platypuses on land. On land, platypuses move a bit more awkwardly. However, the webbing on their feet retracts to expose individual nails and allow the creatures to run. Platypuses use their nails and feet to construct dirt burrows at the water's edge. Reproduction. Platypus reproduction is nearly unique. It is one of only 2 mammals, the echidna is the other, that lay eggs. Females seal themselves inside one of the burrow's chambers to lay their eggs. A mother typically produces 1 or 2 eggs and keeps them warm by holding them between her body and her tail. The eggs hatch in about 10 days, but platypus infants are the size of lima beans and totally helpless. Females nurse their young for 3 to 4 months until the babies can swim on their own. Females don't have nipples, but glands which secrete milk onto the fur. Babies suck milk from their mother's skin. Here are a few interesting things we do know, however. Some make sense and others, frankly, just lead to more questions. People originally thought the platypus was a fake animal. Indeed, the platypus' unique appearance, a duck's bill and feet, an otter's body and fur, and a beaver's tail all but screams hoax. Doubted its authenticity. Platypuses are venomous mammals. Very few mammals are venomous. It's weird enough that the male platypus delivers venom, but that he does it through ankle spurs makes it even more curious. While female platypuses aren't venomous, the male's venom is composed of defensin-like proteins, or DLPs, 3 of which are only found in the platypus, which ups the animal's oddness factor. The platypus venom can severely hurt but not kill humans, although it can be lethal to smaller animals. Platypuses are egg-laying mammals. The platypus isn't the only venomous mammal, and it isn't the only egg-laying mammal. The 4 species of echidna lay eggs, too, but the trait is unusual. We don't know much about the life cycle of a platypus. But, here's what is common knowledge. Males play no part in rearing the offspring following mating. The female gestates the eggs for 2 to 4 weeks, followed by another week of incubation, in which the female circles around the eggs, bill to tail. Once the eggs hatch, the young suck milk from special mammary hairs for a few months before they become independent. They're at risk of extinction. The platypus is listed as near threatened on the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) Red List of Threatened Species. Extreme, prolonged drought conditions have dried up the waterways that make up the platypus's habitat in Australia, according to a 2020 study in Biological Conservation. The animals are also threatened by habitat loss due to land clearing and climate change. Recent bushfires have also taken a toll on the species. Platypus milk could combat superbugs. Since platypuses don't have a sterile way to deliver milk, they need additional protection against environmental bacteria. In 2010, scientists discovered platypus's milk contained antibacterial properties that could help in the fight against antibiotic resistance. Platypuses don't have stomachs. Platypuses nosh on bottom-dwelling invertebrates, worms, insect larvae, shrimp, but that food goes directly to their intestines from their gullets. They don't have a sac of digestive enzymes or acids to break it down. Platypuses don't have teeth, either. First no stomachs and now no teeth. How do they even eat? A platypus loses its teeth when it starts eating solid food. They then develop discs made of keratin, like the material that makes up hooves and claws that they use to help grind up their food. When platypuses dive for food, they also scoop grit and gravel from the seabed. With all of this in their mouths, they surface for air and begin to chew by grinding the gravel and their prey together. They also use their specialized spike-covered tongues to direct food to and from their cheek pouches, where the food gets ground with gravel and filtered repeatedly until the digestible parts are ready for swallowing. These long narrow tongues can be up to 18 centimeters 7 inches long. Platypuses see with their bills underwater. When platypuses dive underwater, they are sightless and unable to smell anything. Folds of skin cover their eyes temporarily, and their nostrils seal up to become watertight. Dives typically last between 30 and 60 seconds. The platypus bill, however, has electroreceptors and mechanoreceptors that allow it to detect electrical fields and movement, respectively. Out of the water, the platypus eyes are positioned above its beak, which means it cannot see anything directly below it. The platypus has been featured on Australia's 20-cent coin since the introduction of decimal currency in 1966. The original design, created by Stuart Devlin, appeared on the reverse tails side of the coin. This design remained unchanged until 1995. The 20-cent coin is now also used for commemorative designs. The platypus is an endangered animal and is the state animal of NSW. The platypus was the mascot in the Sydney Olympic Games in 2000.
Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. For more such videos, please do subscribe. Click the bell icon for further notification. Kindly like the video to motivate us to do more informative videos in future. By my lovely audience.